Archangel Michael has an urgent message specifically for you today. Something alarming is happening right now that you need to know about immediately. A woman in your life has just taken a dangerous step that directly threatens your privacy and peace. She recently contacted a private investigator and gave them a contract with one specific purpose: to gather detailed information about you and your personal life. This investigator has already begun their work, watching your movements, asking questions about you to people in your circle, and collecting information you never intended to share. Your privacy, your safety, and your personal life are being invaded at this very moment. You've probably been feeling strange lately, like someone is watching you, sudden uncomfortable feelings in public places, or noticing unusual questions from people who normally wouldn't ask. These feelings aren't paranoia. Archangel Michael detected this serious threat to your well-being and is intervening right now to protect you. Divine protection surrounds you as you receive this message. The fact that you found this video today is no accident. You were meant to discover this truth before more damage is done to your life. Archangel Michael reveals important details about who this woman is and why she's doing this. She's someone in your life who appears caring and concerned when you see her. She smiles, asks about your well-being, and acts like she genuinely cares about you. But her real intentions are far from innocent or kind. She's been planning this investigation for weeks, carefully choosing the right investigator and preparing questions she wants answered. The private investigator she hired has already begun their work gathering information about your finances, your relationships, your daily routines, and your future plans. She wants to find something, anything, she can use against you to damage your reputation or create problems in your life. Her motivations come from deep jealousy and an unhealthy obsession with knowing everything about your life. She believes she has some right to invade your privacy and monitor your activities. She's not keeping this information to herself either. She's sharing what the investigator discovers with other people, creating a network of individuals monitoring your movements and discussing your private business. What makes this particularly dangerous is what she plans to do once she has gathered enough information. She intends to use it destructively, either to damage your reputation, harm your relationships, or block opportunities coming your way. However, Archangel Michael says this invasion has triggered a divine intervention that's changing everything about her plan. Now you need to recognize the signs that you're being investigated and watched. Think about the unusual questions people have been asking you lately. Questions that seem innocent but are actually digging for specific information. Have you noticed friends or family members suddenly bringing up topics they normally wouldn't know about or care about? These conversations feel slightly off, like someone is fishing for details. Pay attention to that feeling of being watched when you're in public places. That uncomfortable sensation of eyes on you isn't imagination. It's your intuition detecting surveillance. You might have noticed the same car in different locations, or the same person appearing in multiple places throughout your week. Strange phone calls that disconnect immediately when you answer are another clear sign. Someone is checking if you're home or trying to confirm your schedule. Social media accounts you don't recognize have been viewing your profiles repeatedly. People you barely know are suddenly mentioning specific details about your schedule or activities that you never shared publicly. Your pets might be acting more alert or nervous than usual, sensing the negative energy of someone watching your home. Technology behaving strangely, your phone battery draining unusually fast, notifications from apps you didn't open, or your device feeling warm when you haven't been using it. These can indicate tracking software or unusual monitoring. Mail or packages appearing slightly tampered with, moved, or opened. Neighbors or casual acquaintances becoming unusually interested in your comings and goings, asking when you leave for work or when you'll be away. The private investigator uses subtle tactics most people never notice. They approach your friends pretending to be someone else, maybe a potential employer doing a background check, or an old friend trying to reconnect. They create fake social media profiles to connect with people in your circle and gather information through casual online conversations. Archangel Michael has already begun actively protecting you from this invasion. Divine interference is causing the investigation to fail in ways the woman and investigator cannot understand. Their surveillance attempts are mysteriously failing at crucial moments. Cameras malfunction when they try to photograph you. Recording devices produce only static, and tracking equipment gives false locations. People they approach for information about you suddenly forget details, become uncomfortable sharing anything, or outright refuse to talk without knowing why. This is divine protection, working invisibly on your behalf, creating confusion and obstacles for those trying to invade your privacy. Strengthen this protection by saying this prayer each morning. Archangel Michael, shield my privacy and protect my personal life from all invasive eyes and harmful intentions. Let all those who seek to invade my sacred space receive only confusion and false information. Surround me with your blue light of protection that blocks all surveillance, all prying questions, and all attempts to harm me through information gathering. Thank you for guarding my peace and my right to privacy. Visualize bright blue light surrounding your home, your car, and your workplace. See this divine energy creating an energetic barrier that deflects prying eyes and confuse the minds of anyone trying to watch you. This visualization becomes stronger each time you practice it. Perform a salt protection ritual in your living space by placing small amounts of sea salt in the corners of each room in your home. Salt absorbs negative energy and creates a barrier against psychic spying and energetic invasion. Use the mirror technique to reflect invasive energy back to its source. Visualize a large mirror of spiritual light surrounding you that sends all surveillance energy, all invasive thoughts, and all harmful intentions directly back to the woman who initiated this invasion. She will begin feeling the uncomfortable weight of her own invasive actions reflected back to her. Carry or wear protective crystals, specifically obsidian or black tourmaline stones. These crystals are known for blocking unwanted attention, deflecting surveillance energy, and creating privacy protection around your personal space. The spiritual law of privacy invasion carries serious consequences that are already manifesting. When someone violates another person's sacred personal space and privacy, karmic response happens automatically. This woman's obsession with your life is already beginning to backfire in ways she never expected. The energy she's sending out through this investigation is returning to her multiplied many times over. Her own privacy is now becoming compromised in unexpected ways she cannot control. People in her life are starting to ask uncomfortable questions about her behaviors and motivations. They're noticing her obsession and beginning to distance themselves from her negative energy. The private investigator is experiencing unusual difficulties in their work that make no logical sense. Equipment failures at critical moments. Information mysteriously disappearing from their files. Other clients canceling contracts and deals falling through. This isn't punishment from an angry universe, but natural spiritual rebalancing. Archangel Michael doesn't seek revenge, but simply enforces divine law that protects the innocent. The woman's reputation is beginning to suffer as others sense her negative intentions. Her relationships are experiencing unexpected strain and growing mistrust. She's starting to feel paranoid and watched herself, experiencing the very invasion she initiated against you. The financial resources she's spending on this investigation are being completely wasted, money flowing out with no useful information coming back. The investigator may soon refuse to continue the contract, sensing the heavy negative energy surrounding this entire situation and wanting to distance themselves from it. Divine justice works perfectly without requiring any action or revenge from you. You don't need to confront her, expose her actions, or take any steps against her. The universe is already handling the situation through natural spiritual law, and the backfire has only just begun to unfold. Now is the time to create firm boundaries about personal information sharing in all areas of your life. Be highly selective about what you post on social media platforms, understanding that anything shared online can be collected and used. Review privacy settings on all your online accounts, making them as restrictive as possible. Limit the specific details you share about your schedule, your activities, and your future plans with anyone outside your closest trusted circle. Trust your intuition about who truly deserves access to information about your life. Not everyone needs to know everything about you, and privacy is a form of self-care and protection. Practice what spiritual teachers call the information diet with certain people in your life. Share only surface, level, general information with those you don't fully trust, keeping your deepest plans, your dreams, and your private matters protected. Create a daily spiritual practice for energetic privacy protection by visualizing a protective bubble of blue light around all your personal information. Imagine your secrets, your plans, and your private matters locked safely in a chest made of pure blue light that only those with genuinely pure intentions can access, and only when you consciously choose to share. Take physical steps to enhance your security. Change passwords on important accounts. Be aware of your surroundings when discussing sensitive matters in public. Vary your daily routines occasionally to avoid complete predictability. And secure important documents in safe locations that cannot be easily accessed. Embrace the spiritual power of silence and healthy discretion. You don't owe detailed explanations to everyone who asks questions. Mystery is actually a form of protection, and some blessings are meant to remain private until they fully manifest in your life. Teach trusted family members about privacy protection through age. Appropriate discussions about not sharing family information. Creating a culture of healthy boundaries within your household that protects everyone. This invasion of your privacy has actually revealed important truths about certain people in your life that you needed to see clearly. You now understand who has healthy, loving interest in your well-being versus who has unhealthy, obsessive interest in controlling or harming you. Your spiritual awareness has significantly increased through this challenging situation. The need for protection has strengthened your direct connection with Archangel Michael in ways that will benefit you for years to come. You're developing valuable discernment skills, learning to recognize red flags in relationships much earlier, understanding the critical importance of energetic boundaries, and seeing through false kindness to perceive true intentions. This experience teaches you important lessons about the nature of jealousy and obsession, showing you how other people's deep insecurity and unhappiness can drive them to destructive behaviors. The woman's obsessive actions actually reveal her own inner turmoil, emptiness, and lack of fulfillment. Truly happy, spiritually fulfilled people don't obsess over others' lives or feel compelled to invade privacy. Her behavior shows her own darkness and pain. This knowledge helps you respond with spiritual wisdom rather than fear or anger, understanding that hurt people often hurt others. Archangel Michael's divine protection continues far beyond this immediate threat to your privacy. Make the daily protection prayer a permanent practice in your spiritual routine each morning. Archangel Michael, guard my privacy, my peace, and my sacred personal space throughout this day. Perform regular energy clearing of your living and working spaces with monthly full cleansing rituals to maintain strong protective boundaries that prevent new invasive energies from taking hold. Build a complete lifestyle of spiritual protection that includes morning and evening protection, visualizations, carrying protective crystals or wearing blue clothing to anchor Michael's energy, and creating a dedicated protection altar in your home with blue candles, angel images, and protective symbols. This becomes your personal spiritual security center where you can sit whenever you feel threatened or invaded. Watch for signs of continued divine presence in your life. Unexpected privacy protection coming from unlikely sources. People naturally respecting your boundaries without you having to enforce them. And a deep feeling of safety and security even when facing uncertain situations. Trust completely in the spiritual protection that surrounds you always. Archangel Michael stands directly beside you right now as you receive this message. His powerful shield is actively blocking this investigation at this very moment, causing confusion and failure in the woman's plans. Her schemes are already beginning to crumble under divine intervention. Act immediately to strengthen your spiritual protection starting today. Begin the daily prayer practice before you sleep tonight. Set up your energetic boundaries through visualization right now, and understand that this protection window is most powerful in this present moment. The divine timing of you finding this message is absolutely perfect. You discovered this truth exactly when you needed it most. Your privacy, your peace, and your personal life are sacred and protected by the highest spiritual forces. Show your appreciation for this divine intervention and protection by giving super thanks up to $20. This energy exchange strengthens the protective shield around you and opens clear channels for Archangel Michael to continue, providing guidance and revealing what you need to know. Trust deeply that you are completely protected, divinely guided, and spiritually safe. The invasion against you has already failed.